Hello there guys and welcome back to Planet Coaster. So yeah, it's been an eventful couple of episodes. We've got quite far into the development of the Pirate Village. So in this episode I wanted to start building a few different elements of the village, including the kind of shops that I wanted to get in. So I'm just building a few different paths around the area at the moment. I know that in most real theme parks they actually have quite a lot of I guess different routes to get around the park. So that's the kind of idea I wanted to achieve in this build. And so I wanted to build a kind of food outlet that people could go to, and it also has toilets in the back because why not? Yeah. So this is still part of the Pirate Village. And it's actually one of my better builds, I'd say. It's definitely something that I'm more proud of than I have been lately, and that's even including the Dark Ride. The Dark Ride was definitely a big undertaking, but it was one of the first big projects I ever did, so there are a few different issues with it, and it's not the best thing. However, the POV for that is now out, so if you wanted to do that, go and watch that. I will include a link on the screen right now that you can go and click and go watch that. Yeah, so the Dark Ride was finished and I decided to move on to a few more areas of the Pirate Village. So this food outlet was the main one. This was something that I'd planned for right when I decided to do the Pirate Village. And it definitely turns out to be one of the most detailed builds I do. There's a lot of new techniques I decided to use for it, including using a lot of different objects and lots of different buildings as well. So a lot of the shapes that make up this building are in different segments. So yeah, it's using a lot of different styles that I haven't used before, and I really like it. I especially like this kind of overhanging balcony that I've included. And I like the pillars that I popped in here as well, using the duplication kind of tweak, kind of bug cheat kind of thing. I don't know what the best term to use for that would be, but either way, it's a kind of bug that you can use to place down multiple objects off of the grid, really. So I achieved that and it looks quite good, and then I decided to add this kind of offset building to it as well. Which my idea would be that it be some kind of hall or kind of tavern that guests would be able to pop inside and get themselves a nice cold beverage and sit down while maybe the rest of their family are riding some of the rides in the park. So yeah, it turns out quite nicely. Adding a few different kind of ornamental pieces to the building just to set it apart from the rest of the ones. And these canopies, I actually really like the way that I've placed them. They're really nice, and again, these signs, I seem to have a thing for the signs at the moment. Keep placing down so many of them. Popping down a few barrels and a few planters, and the mermaid statue, which I thought was a really nice centerpiece. Or not so much centerpiece, but kind of thing to draw the eye just over to the shops, because you most likely wouldn't see the shops when you first take a look. And then I decided to place down these walls. I figured out a way that I could get them to work and make them look quite nice. Again, using that duplication tweak. And yeah, I actually really like that kind of wall. It definitely makes it look different. So I'll probably go around some of the rest of the park and pop a few of those in. I had a few of those air vents on the back of that building there just to make it look a bit more authentic. And I think it does the job quite well. Popping in a few rocks just to layer the... layer to these, if I can get my words out with this one, just to layer off the side of the pathway. I was placing down those wooden kind of, they're roof pieces, but I'm using them as benches, and I use the barrels as bins. That's a tweak that I've been using for a while, or some kind of technique that I've used, and it's something that I really like doing. I think it adds to the kind of authenticity of the theme park, to have some kind of I guess waste disposal system is what you call it. So yeah, just adding a few more foliage pieces and the wishbone with the lanterns there just to make the kind of entrance to that area look a bit nicer. So yeah, there's plenty of foliage in this area and a lot of different theming elements. I'm just joining the pathway there from the main kind of entrance and popping down a pirate ship, because what's a pirate area without a pirate ship in it? It's not a pirate area, that's what it is. And just bringing the queue around. I do theme the queue in this episode and popping the entrance down there. Again, putting one of these archways over. This is now on both sides of the pirate village, just to kind of give the idea that it is a separate theme to the rest of the park, and I think it achieves that goal very, very well. Popping a few more foliage areas down with a few different stones and layering effects, just to make it look nice. And then I decided to add a kind of lagoon or pool to the middle of the queue line, just to make it look a little bit more diverse compared to the other ride that I have in this area. Popping down a few ferns there, a few more stones, the banana trees, which I've now fallen in love with, and they're probably my favourite piece of foliage now. Yeah, so popping them down using different heights and different rotations to give the idea that they're all random and organic, which unfortunately they are not in this one. But I do get that kind of theme out. And then this is the new roller coaster that I wanted to build. I wanted to build a very nice compact kind of B&M roller coaster that would be kind of like a thrill seekers ride. But nothing too major that families couldn't ride it, because after all, most of the pirate areas in theme parks tend to be family-based areas. So it's got a loop and a corkscrew in it, nothing too overboard, and it's also very, very compact, so it doesn't take up too much room in the park. I also placed that paving stone down just to get rid of a support that was going very, very close to the track. It took me a while to figure out the queue, but I managed it in the end, and I also get the exit in. So yeah, I will come back to this in the next episode and theme it. So thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a massive thumbs up, and also if you could subscribe, that would be the best thing ever. Thanks very much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye bye!